So today we're looking at a 2007 Saturn Ion with the Ecotech 2.2. This would be similar to what your Cobalt might have in it, similar to what your HHR might have in it, Equinox and a few others. Some of them have the 2.4, some the 2.2. This is the 2.2, and here's what we're working on. We're working on the PCV, the positive crankcase ventilation. There is an orifice behind this intake right here, and it can get clogged. There's not the standard PCV valve on these. And so what you might see sometimes is on the end of the dipstick, you might see some white, which is not good. On the bottom of your cap, you might see white, which would not be good. And then this hose right here, you can easily remove that, and you can look in that with just some pliers to release here and release here. Take that off, tap it on the ground. You might see white material in there. That's that MILKY, classic MILKY material. Okay, so what we're going to do is try and resolve this without taking the 7 or 9, how many of these little bolts off here, and then having to replace all of the little gaskets. You can do it that way, but here's an alternative way. So what I did is I removed this intake here. I told you I removed the hose. I unscrewed this with a screwdriver. I unscrewed this with a 7mm. I set that aside, and be careful when you take this off. You're going to want this to line up nicely when you put it back on. In fact, you hopefully don't want to see any moisture in there. Okay, so I used some needle nose pliers on this fitting here, and it was just like this, and then I pushed it down and then up out of the way. Okay, and then I released this tab here. You see that small tab right there? Okay, I'm going to push that to the right. I'm going to push it to the right, and then I'm going to pull this off and get that out of the way. Okay, so now I have a little better room. Okay, that silvery item right there, you would not normally see that. You will not see that probably on yours. So take some compressed air, whether it's from your mouth or from its machine, and or a shop vac, and make sure there's no dirt down in there. Get about a 3/8 drill bit and put some grease on it so that the drillings don't fall inward. And the goal is there's an orifice back down in there that when you remove this entire thing, you'd be cleaning it from the inside, and it's about I believe it's a 5/64 size hole, which is the equivalent of a 14 gauge piece of wire. So if you've ever done any wiring in your house, you'll have a piece of 14-2 laying around, or you might have a paper clip. Okay, and so that spot I drilled out, and I vacuumed it quite nicely, and then I used my 14-2, and I poked it on a somewhat downward angle, not straight in, but kind of a downward angle. And so you should be able to poke around and feel, and then you should feel the spot. And then if you do, you have cleaned it out. And you pull out whatever it is you were using to clean that with, and wipe it off, make sure you got something good. And then in this case, I used a little rubber washer behind my little screw that I put back in there, so that I would have access in the future on a regular basis. And that is what you do. So if you're blowing air out here, or there's moisture, instead of putting your hand down there and it should be sucking air, that can be a thing. All right. Also, these engines that would otherwise last forever, sometimes you've heard of them blowing a rear main seal, and 9 times out of 10 in the north, that's in the winter time, because this moisture will get in here, and it can freeze up, and I actually had one friend who cut notches in the side of his dipstick and cut notches in the side of his cap here with a Dremel tool, because he blew